Hello there everyone, Ash and Flash here, and welcome on into a very exciting LEGO Marvel video. Today, with the launch of Marvel Rivals Season 1, I thought what better time to talk about the possibility of us getting LEGO sets and minifigures based off of the game. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about a couple of different topics. If you want to hop around, there are time codes down below. The first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that it's actually sort of already happened. There was a collaboration between Fortnite and Rivals, and if you played 10 games in Rivals, you'd get this free glider in Fortnite. But then on top of that, there was also a skin that was added to Fortnite, and it was the 2099 Doctor Doom. That skin also got a minifigure style. So we've seen what a figure looks like from Marvel Rivals. He's not a playable character yet, but I'm sure down the line. But anyways, with that outfit, that means that LEGO has at least approved designs for Marvel Rivals stuff. And the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the history that LEGO has with doing video game designs in their sets. If you didn't know, while the Square Enix's Avengers game was not critically and financially successful, it still did make its way into LEGO sets. We had this wave of sets that spanned a year where the minifigure designs and sort of some of the story was actually inspired by that game. It was all about AIM and MODOK and different things, and those characters were the villains for a bunch of different sets. All of the Avengers outfits, for the most part, were all based off of designs from the game. We've, of course, also seen that they partnered with Insomniac and Sony and did 2 exclusive Comic-Con figures for the Spider-Man PS4 game and then the Miles Morales outfit. And we've been begging for a very long time to get sets and figures off of those games. Now, I think that if they were to do more comic book Avengers sets or even Spider-Man to an extent, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't mind if they took and did the exact same thing that they did for the Square Enix game, and they just took those designs and put them in sets. I think that there's a lot of really great and comic book colorful outfits that would just make for some excellent minifigures across a wave. I think another great spot that you could put video game characters and designs would be in books. I would love if this Spider-Verse figure was the Marvel Rivals Spider-Man outfit. I think people would get really excited and really amped up about that. LEGO also obviously had a history with Marvel Rivals, I guess, biggest competitor, even though it's absolutely demolishing them, with Overwatch. Overwatch came out in 2016, and then we got LEGO sets in 2019. Now, it took a while to get those sets because obviously it's a new IP. The game obviously had to gather traction to even get on LEGO's radar before even considering creating sets and the theme and everything there. And then, of course, with Fortnite, that was a huge collaboration. It took a little bit more time because of obviously what they're doing in game, and that takes a lot of time to develop and create. So that obviously when Fortnite started to become popular, 2018, now we're getting it in 2024, it's a huge gap. What's great about this for Marvel Rivals is you won't have to wait that long if they decide to do this, because they already are partnering with Marvel. They've got that relationship already going. You saw how quickly, again, going back to Doctor Doom, that we already got that figure approved by LEGO, Marvel Rivals, and then obviously Fortnite. So I hope that if something did happen, we're looking at maybe next year earliest, but 2027 would be probably the most realistic time, since again, sets are already locked in years in advance. And I just want to throw some ideas out there for what some of the sets could be. And a large part of this is actually looking at, well, what did LEGO Overwatch do? Because I think that, again, gameplay-wise, it's very similar, and I think that some of those sets and concepts would lend themselves really well. We'll go with the smallest one, the Tracer versus Widowmaker. It would just be a small little payload set. Maybe it's based off of Asgard or even the new Midtown one, whatever. Oh my goodness, Herbie would be so fun. But you could, again, have different payload sets. We even had another set that was sort of had a little bit more of an environment build. Again, who knows? 3 years from now, are we still going to be getting, hopefully, more New York buildings that can connect to the bodega, getting a Midtown one or a Sanctum or different things based off of that. And that's actually what spawned this video that made me go, oh, I should talk about this, was because the Sanctum's design is just so heavily inspired by the MCU, and then also just the music, the theme that they created for this as well. And I was like, oh, wait a second, we sort of we have an MCU sanctum. This is perfect for Rivals, and that's how we're here today. So I think that something like that would be a lot of fun. Obviously, Asgard, or even in Wakanda too, there's different points, capture points, sort of like the watch point Gibraltar as well, getting it to the end of the payload and everything there. And just while we're talking about locations, I think one of the really cool and unique parts of Marvel Rivals is the fact that you have environment damage being done, and that's not something that Marvel is a stranger to. Obviously, even in the large 18+ modular buildings, a lot of them have come with different broken sections they're able to repair. But even down to 4+ sets, there are literally walls that you break down. And I just think that if you were to have sets and play sets, or even if it is a payload set and there's a little side environment pillar of Asgard or something that you're able to knock over, I think that would just make the sets that much more immersive and even give it a little bit of gameplay experience in the set itself. Also, I keep harping and mentioning Asgard because we have never gotten a set based in Asgard, despite us now having a whole line dedicated to the Infinity Saga. Nothing. And I know someone's going to say, well, we had New Asgard. That's not obviously what I'm referring to. I'm referring to the beautiful, majestic Asgard, a Bifrost set. I know that this is more a video that should be for, like, Infinity Saga sets we're missing, which I have done a video for, but, like, this would be a great way to get something from Asgard. But I think the other thing that is just a no-brainer is the fact that LEGO loves mechs. And this applies to even across the Spider-Verse and in the first film too. I don't get how we don't have a Penny Parker. Like, I seriously, it baffles me. It confuses me that there is a beloved character out there that has a mech and LEGO isn't doing it. So I would love a mech battle for her. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think a Guardians of the Galaxy set would lend itself super well. Again, Groot sort of being at a scale almost like a mech would be really great to see. I think if you look at all the characters that we already have existing, you know, your Iron Man, your Hulk, Spider-Man, different things, like, it wouldn't be difficult for them to just take the Marvel Rivals designs and just print them onto other pieces that already exist. Like, there wouldn't even need to be recolors for some of these or new pieces and different things. Like, it's really simple. Like, it's just sitting there, perfect for them to do. There's a lot of other characters, obviously, that we could get for the very first time that I think would be really exciting. You could get Jeff the Shark. People would go nuts to get an official version of Jeff. But even some other people like we've never gotten before, like Squirrel Girl, I think would be just super exciting. Cloak and Dagger is another one that I think people would go really crazy for, or even Magic or Psylocke. Anyways, everyone, I could go on and on about just every single character, and they could use this hairpiece, they could use this, and recolor this. Like, it really is just sitting there and just seeing how successful this game is and how excited people are for the future of this, the really unlimited possibilities of people that could be added to the game, stuff we've already seen in the files and characters coming in different things. There's so much crossover between LEGO and Marvel Rivals that I really, really wish that they would just sit down and do some sets, just even a wave for a summer or winter. I think people would go nuts for. What do you think of this idea? I'd love to hear your thoughts on Marvel Rivals. Are you enjoying it? Would you like some sets and different figures based off of it? Comment it all down below. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.